This is 150 years in 2.5 minutes now, but we basically leave the villages, we leave the city, we come to the city, we arrive at the city, and we are a lot more free. We are no longer bound by this community that checks on us every minute, but also gives us identity, continuity, and belonging, i.e. every element of attachment. Now we go to the city, and I'm more free, but I'm also more alone. And I get to choose you, and intimacy is going to change completely its meaning. If in Fiddle on the Roof, he says to her, "Do you love me?" And she says, she says, "What do you mean I love you? I washed your clothes, I feed your children, I milk your cows, I starve you. If that ain't love, what is?" At best, it's domesticity, and at worst, it's age-old women oppression. But basically, intimacy switches from this co-living together and sharing the vicissitudes of everyday life into this whole new thing, which is a discursive experience between me and you, in which I am talking to you, my beloved, and you better look at me when I talk, huh? None of this, huh? Because when I am sharing with you my most precious treasure, which is my inside life, my fears, my feelings, my ambitions, my fantasies, you need to validate me, and you need to help me overcome my existential aloneness. Intimacy, as Tammy Nelson so beautifully put it, is into me see. Now, the boomers, they brought intimacy into marriage. They definitely heightened it, and many of us boomer therapists here, this is the work we have done, is to promote intimacy, connection, closeness, all of that. Millennials, they don't talk about intimacy anymore. They talk about transparency. So a new construct has arrived. And transparency goes usually together with truth, trust, and transparency. Now, it's very interesting for me, this transparency bit, because I looked at this evolution of the romantic marriage, right? In which now what happens? I go to the city. I'm going back a second to the romantics. We go back, we're in the city, I meet you, I love you, we get together, and now not only are you going to help me transcend my growing aloneness of modern life, but you, my beloved, you are my best friend, you are my trusted confidant, you are my passionate lover to boot. You are the greatest lover, you are the best parent, you are my best friend, you are my emotional companion, you are my intellectual equal. Have I forgotten anything? Basically, we are asking one person to give us what once an entire village used to provide. And it's not that we are more insecure today, it's just that we are turning all our insecurities to one person. And what we will see with the millennials, who are creating much more love by associations, who are talking about consensual non-monogamy, who are talking about polyamory, is that they are basically recreating community, which we so nicely did away with.